Dear brothers and sisters, today I am giving to you the comparative study of Mad Bhagavad Gita and Ashtavakra Gita, which are wonderful spiritual guidelines. You will be surprised to know, you will be surprised to know spiritual knowledge provided in Sri Mad Bhagavad Gita by Maharishi Ved through the mouth of Lord Sri Krishna. It is already given by Maharishi Ashtavakra to Raja Janak in Janak Ashtavakra Gita. People love Sri Krishna Gita because it is very easy. No one is concerned with Maharishi Ashtavakra Gita because to accept Ashtavakra you have to drop yourself. If your eye stay behind you, you will not be able to understand Ashtavakra Gita. We are hereby providing you comparative study of Lord Krishna and Maharishi Ashtavakra teachings. Enable you to enjoy and consume the teachings of both so that you can reach to divinity. Our aim is to show you the right path of divinity. Our aim is to show you the right path of divinity. Lord Sri Krishna has said things in such a way to allow you to bring a lot of meanings of each verse. You can draw any meaning you like for getting the actual one. Ashtavakra says, doer is present. As doer is present, ego is present. Our efforts are to tell you we are wasting our life for body needs and selfish motives. We never listen voice of our soul. We had never given attention to the voice of our soul. We always neglected the inner voice. Whenever we are going to do something wrong, soul says, don't do it. It is wrong. But we don't care. He says, just shut up. Let me fetch this 50,000 first. Let me fetch this 50,000 first. I will hear you later on. At the moment I am in anger, I will listen you later on. When desire for sex arises, soul says, don't do it. It is wrong. But we say, let me do it first. I will talk you later on. Likewise, we are going on neglecting the voice of our soul always. Soul never says anything. She just keeps quiet. We want to tell you we should follow the instruction of our soul. We want to tell you we should follow the instruction of our soul. We must not neglect the instruction of our soul because God is within in the shape of soul. By following the instruction of soul, you will never fall in sins and you will be able to get in salvation and divinity. Spiritual world is wonderful. Spiritual world is wonderful world. When you get spiritual knowledge, you come to know you have never done any sins. You come to know you have never done any sins. It was your illusion. By getting spiritual wisdom, all sins destroys all sins destroy automatically. One who was considering himself sinner till yesterday, after getting the spiritual knowledge, he becomes free from all sins. He becomes free from all sins. Lord Sri Krishna Ashtavakra comparative study is a milestone in this regard. One who knows himself, one who knows himself as soil, he won't take much time to get in divinity. We always doubt to be soul. We always doubt to be soul. We accept we are soul, but we don't approve the same because we do all this for the good of the body and selfish motives. We do nothing for the good of soul. Sometimes we are not able to understand the difference of soul and body and heart. We consider the heart as soul. Heart advises us for selfish motives. Heart advises us for selfish motives and pushes us in sins, whereas soul never advises us selfish motives and pushes us in sins. Lord Krishna says in chapter 2, verse 17 to 23, we are soul, not body, but we consider ourselves body. We recognize Lord Sri Krishna by his face and figure, but Lord Krishna says Lord Krishna wherever says Aham, Mam, Mamekan, Madhya Jimam Namaskuru means I, my, me. He is not talking about his face and figure, but he is talking about his soul. It's like chapter 4, verses 14, he says, Namam karmani lipante name karam phale sapraha. I am not attached with the deeds of the body. Body is attached with the deeds, not soul. Soul is never attached with anything. I don't want fruits of deeds. Heart desires the fruits of deeds. Soul never desires. Soul is sleeping within, a non-doing position. Until you are not being able to make a difference, until and unless you are not able to make a difference between soul and body, you will not be able to understand Lord Sri Krishna. You will not be able to understand Lord Sri Krishna. If you study the thoughts of these two great scholars carefully, you will not be in need to read anything else. You will not be in need to read anything else. You will not be in need to get anything else. You will get all. You will get in divinity. Hence, you are advised to read this Lord Sri Krishna Ashtavakra comparative study carefully and digest it properly as it is. You will be able to know divinity. Lord Krishna says, one who know me, one who know me, he becomes one who know me, he becomes Krishna. It has been written in scriptures also that one who knows Brahma becomes Brahma. To accept someone God is very easy. To accept someone God is very easy, but it is very difficult to know him. This whole study is to know the God. This whole study is to know the God. Lord Sri Krishna Ashtavakra competitive study will take you to the God, will make you God. Man mana bhav madhvakto. Krishna says, Lord Krishna says, Man mana bhav madhvakto madhya jimam namaskuru. Mame vesisi satyam te pratijano priyo asi me. Pratijano priyo asi me. You just worship me. You just be devotee to me. Always think of me. Become my devotee. Worship me. Offer your homage to me. Thus you will come to me without fail. I promise you this because you are my very, very good friend. The same thing. Likewise, the same thing is said by Ashtavakra Gita, chapter 2, verse 11. I bow down to myself, Janak says. I bow down to myself. When the whole world shall perish, from Brahma to every blade of grass, I shall not perish because I am eternal. Do you see this wonderful statement? Do you see this wonderful statement? I bow down to myself. Certainly, this is not Janak's statement. This is an expression of the ultimate happening that has taken place. All shall be destroyed. All will be destroyed, but I will not be destroyed. All are born and all will die. I am not born. I will not die. Sri Krishna has also said the same thing. Soul never born, own soul never dies. The next says, I am amazed. I myself, I am in awe. I watch them being created and I watch them being destroyed. All these are the events. All these are the events. As we see branches of a tree, there are so many. If you count down the tree to the trunk, they all become one. If you count down the tree to the trunk, they all become one. It is just the same in the world. Many are seen, but coming back to the source, they become one. There are many are seen, but coming back to the source, they become one. It is all the extension of one. The next says, the next says, I am amazing, amazing am I. I bow down to myself. Although embodied, although I am embodied, but I am not dual. I neither go anywhere nor come from anywhere. I just exist. I pervaded the world. Further, Janak says, he pervaded the world. The world is inside him, like clouds rising in the sky and disappearing, disappearing. The whole edge rises and dissolves in me. Sri Krishna also said the same in Gita, chapter 9, verse 5. Look at the power of my divine mystery. Look at the power of my divinity. In reality, I do not depend on them, and they also sustain, do not sustain, and creator of all beings not depend on me, and they also do not sustainer and creator of all beings not depend on me. In fact, the gold chain does not depend on gold. The gold chain is nothing but gold. Also, matter and energy are different as well as notification, not different. There was childhood in your sky first. There was childhood in the sky in your sky first. And when you became young, that form disappeared and another form of cloud surrounded you. You assumed a new form, new desires aroused. Desires put on new clothes. Then you starting getting old. Your clothes also left. The noise and glamour of your youth went. Desire washed away. Now you are shocked to think that you were such an idiot, that you were so foolish. How could you have been lost in those desires? How could you have been lost in those desires? One day every old man, if he really seeing life, will be surprised. What kind of foolishness we are doing, running after money, power, position, woman, and all sorts of things. What was we are chasing? We cannot believe. There is a saying that if a young man cannot cry, he is not truly young. A young man cannot cry, he is not truly young. And if old man cannot laugh, he is not truly old. If he cannot laugh at his life and at himself, seeing what idiocy, what foolishness he was doing the whole life, running after things which had no significance. You do whatever is to be done, but without involving yourself in it. You do whatever is to be done. You do whatever is to be done, but without involving yourself in it. Never forget you are not the doer, you are witness. Amazing am I bow down to myself. None is as capable as I, who have been maintaining the universe for an eternity without even touching with the body. None is capable as I, who have been maintaining the universe for an eternity without even touching with the body. Did you listen? Janak is saying no one is as capable as he is. This is the art, skill, which is as skilled as I. I have not touched the body. I have never touched it. There is no way to touch it because your nature of I means soul. Because your nature of I means soul. And the nature of the body are so different that touching is not possible to the soul. You are simply witness. You can see. You and body cannot touch each other. You and body cannot touch each other. You exist in the body. Body exists in you, but without touching each other. Janak says, I have done so many deeds and still I am unattached. Janak says, I have done so many deeds, but still I am unattached. I have enjoyed so much, but still no trace of attachment. As if you were writing on water. As if you were writing on water. You go on writing on water, but nothing is written. With the witness, you go on doing things, nothing is done. With the witness, you go on doing things, but nothing is done. Everything disappears. We are going on telling ourselves we are one with body, but we cannot be one with body. We are going on telling ourselves we are separate from divinity, but we cannot be separate from divinity. We are the same. We will understand when we will know. We will understand when we will know. Imagine, am I bow down to myself. I have nothing at all, or I have all that I can be encompassed by speech or thought. Janak says, in one sense, nothing is his. Janak says, in one sense, nothing is his, because he no longer exists. So, in one sense, nothing is his, and in another sense, everything is his. Godliness remains, and everything belongs to it. This happened when it seems nothing is his, and everything is his. This happened when it seems nothing is his, and everything is his. Lord Krishna has said, nothing is there in the world which I do not possess, even though I do the karmas. Nothing is there which I do not possess, even though I do the karmas. Your devotee and your God are inside. Your devotee and your God both are within you. You yourself is divine, and you yourself is devotee. There is no two, there is only one. This can happen, you can realize this just by awareness, as it happened to Janak. As it happened to Janak. But great intelligence is needed. If you keep your eyes separate, if you become pure naked consciousness, this can happen immediately. This can happen immediately. If it happens, it is good. There is no method in it. If it does not happen, you won't be able to ask how to prepare for it to happen. You will not be able to ask how to prepare for it to happen. If you ask about the preparations, it does not happen. It does not happen. There is no way. That is why Ashtavakra Gita goes on lying in darkness. That is why Ashtavakra Gita goes was goes on lying in darkness. So such brilliance is there. I bow down to myself means both the devotee and divine became one. I bow down to myself means both the devotee and divine became one. Hearts get in worried by remembering God. Hearts get in worry by remembering God. Trying to think the unthinkable. Trying to think the unthinkable is doing something unnatural to thought. Abandoning such a practice I am now established. The next says, remembering the unmemorable, heart gets in worry. Remembering the unmemorable, heart gets in worry. Leaving the worry of remembering, I am now established. Thinking about the unthinkable and remembering about the unrememberable, man is chanting the worries only. Man is chanting the worries only. Hence, leaving all, I am established within myself. Remembering the unrememberable, what to say? Wonderful, what to say? Unreligious person is worried. Unrememberable, wonderful. Unreligious person is worried. Religious person is more worried because he is worried about other universe also. Earning is to be done here and virtues are to be earned for other universe also. Therefore his worries are more. The next says it is beyond limits. People are thinking about unthinkable. I have left all. I am empty now. I am okay as it is. Further, Lord Sri Krishna says in chapter 18, verse 66, Sardharman Pritajye Mamekam Sarnam Varj. Sardharman Pritajye Mamekam Saranam Varj. Aham tva sarva papebhyo mokshishami ma shuche. Mokshishami ma shuche. Lord Krishna says to Arjun, abandon all varieties of religion, leave all type of religion and just surrender to me. I will make you free from all your sinful activities and award you salvation. Do not fear. Now Guru told us which form of Lord Sri Krishna we should surrender. It is to listen carefully. Now Guru told us which form of Lord Sri Krishna we should surrender. To his posture, face, body or soul. It is very much important to understand the Supreme Lord is the controller abiding in the inner physique of all beings is soul, giving warning for not doing wrong deeds and instructing to work according to the voice of soul. But you don't hear the voice of soul. You hear the voice of your greed, your selfishness, your anger and your pride. Hence you are falling in sins according to your deeds. Seek refuge in Supreme Lord, and that is your soul. Seek refuge in the Supreme Soul, Lord, Supreme Soul. Soul and Supreme Soul are one, and that is your soul. O Arjuna, by His grace you shall attain supreme peace and the eternal abode. Ashtavakra says, you leave religion, the same thing what the Krishna has said, Sar Dharman Pritajye Mamekam Sarnam Varj. Ashtavakra says, you leave religion and neglect everything. Desire is your main enemy. Desire is your main enemy. Leave all kind of desires and be desireless. देखा है हर चाह बनी आखिर में दुख का कारण फिर भी चाहे मोक्ष अधर चाहना आखिर ना छोड़ा चाह गई चिंता गई मनवा बेपरवाह जिसको कछु न चाहिए वही शहंशाह डिजायर इज योर एनिमी wealth is the reason of distraction reason of both is religion you leave all and make waste all of them Vision of both is religion. You leave all and make waste all of them. You leave religion and neglect everything. Generally, every religion says to leave desire and wealth. But look what Ashtavakra is saying. Ashtavakra is saying, leave the religion also. Even Lord Sri Krishna also said the same. Sar dharman paritajye, mame kam saranam varjat. Desire is to your main enemy. Desire is your main enemy. And whenever we pronounce desire, our intention goes to the desire of lust, desire of sex, and all other desire disappears. All the scriptures of the world tell desires for sex is your enemy. All the scriptures of the world tell desire for sex is your enemy. Whereas because of sex power, world is being created and it has been written in Atma Puran. Desire of sex has won Lord Brahma. Desire of sex has defeated Lord Shankara. Lord Shiv Shankar. Desire of sex has defeated Lord Vishnu. Now one is bachelor. Who won the desire of sex? No one is able to won the desire of sex. All are just pressing the desire of sex. All has been defeated by desire of sex. In reality, sex power is creating the whole world, even the birds and beasts and all other creatures. Sex is mainstream for creation. If desire of sex is not in world, life will finish from the earth. Even though is enemy. Why? Why the sex is enemy? What a wonder! All does sex throughout their life, even though sex is enemy. It is enemy because it never makes us satisfied. It is enemy because it never let us be satisfied. It keeps us always hungry. Enemy is who keeps you hungry, which does not allow you to be satisfied. Sex keeps men always hungry. Enjoy the sex. After few hours, you are again hungry. Enjoy the sex. After few hours, you are again hungry. Ashtavakra says, don't fall in the trap of religion. To get divinity, you need not to do anything. Divinity is within you. It is not somewhere outside. It is not somewhere outside. Salvation is not somewhere in future. You are in salvation only, but you don't know it is. To be desireless is salvation. To be desireless is salvation. Declaration of salvation is that you are not supposed to do anything. You are not supposed to get anything. You are satisfied. You are already satisfied. You want nothing. You declare whenever you like. You declare this whenever you like. Very moment you will find yourself in peace. Ashtavakra is saying, don't care even for religion. Ashtavakra says, don't care even for religion. To get divinity, nothing is necessary to do. He is there within you. He is there within you. He is not somewhere outside. He is here and now itself. He is here and now itself. To be the desireless is the entry pass to divine kingdom. To be the desireless is the entry pass to divine kingdom. Ashtavakra says, further Ashtavakra says, religion, pain, pleasure, sins, virtue, all are illusions. O expensive one, religion and atheism, happiness and misery, sins and virtues, all are of mind and heart. They are not for you. You are neither doer nor enjoyer. You are always in liberation. Just understand it and changes will start to take place within. Just understand it and changes will start to take place within. There is nothing to do except to understand. There is nothing to do except to understand. If you can listen thoroughly with your whole mind, it is enough. Nothing is going to happen by doing. You do not have to extract anything from it to try later on. You do not have to extract anything from it to try later on. Be liberated right now. Be enlightened this very moment. Nobody is stopping you. You are the witness of the whole world, unattached and without form. Know this and be happy. There is no need to wait. It is a leap. There is no need to climb up step by step. There is no need to climb up step by step. It can happen this very moment or otherwise it will happen. It will never happen. If you left it for tomorrow, you allow Ashtavakra, statement will penetrate into your heart like an arrow. It will never happen if you left it for tomorrow. Ashtavakra, if you allow Ashtavakra, his statement will penetrate into your heart like an arrow. Awakening will happen automatically. Listening means you are not doing. It happens while you are listening. It is not an act, it is happening. When there is no desire within means meditation. When there is no desire within means meditation. If you are doing meditation to gain something, it is waste. If you are doing some meditation to gain something, it is waste. Day you do not demand anything is the day when you get everything. Day you do not demand anything is the day when you get everything. A yogi is also not desireless because he seeks no spiritual pleasure through meditation. He is not different. He still has the desire to enjoy. He could not find it in the world, so he searches in divinity. But search is going on. A search is going on. As long as there is something to do, tension continues. As long as there is something to do, tension is continue. You have done lot of running. At least now you should stop. Relaxation is the key to meditation. Efforts are the key of tension. It is very easy to wake up for someone who is sleeping. But man who is lying awakened with open eyes, but a man who is lying awakened with open eyes and pretending to sleep, how will you make him to wake? How will you make him to awake? No one can awake him. He can awake himself. He can awake himself. Awake the pure consciousness within. Look at the things as an observer. Don't think, because thinking means process of the mind have started. Thinking means process of the mind has started. Ashtavakra is a messenger of consciousness and witnessing. If there is happiness, just observe it. If there is unhappiness, just observe it. Let both come and go. Both come and go. Do not let them overpower you. Be identified with only one thing, that you are the observer. Be identified with only one thing, that you are the observer. You are the witness. You are the bliss. Further, Ashtavakra says, you are the bliss, ultimate bliss within, which this imaginary world is projected like a snake and a rope. Know this and live happily. Know this and live happily. Worldly sufferings are misunderstanding of the awareness. Sometimes you must have seen a piece of rope lying on the road in the darkness, and immediately idea of a snake comes in your mind. When idea comes, a rope is projected like a snake. When idea comes in your mind, that rope is projected like a snake. You run, you scream and shout. You might fall when running. Later on, you find it was a rope. Then you laugh at yourself. If you have small lamp of awareness, if you have small lamp of awareness, even in the darkest night, you can see rope is rope, not snake. Rope is rope, not snake. Awareness is the key. You have key. You have the light. You have kept the light covered unnecessarily. Take the cover off and live happily. Take the cover off and live happily. See everything, but do not forget the one who sees. See everything, but do not forget the one who sees. Hear everything, but do not forget the one who hears. Do everything, but remember you are not the doer. Have you seen the wheel of moving wheel? Have you seen the wheel of moving vehicle? The axle remains stand still while the wheel moves. The axle remains stand still while the wheel moves. In the same way, the wheel of life moves, but the axle remains still, stand still. You are the axle. See the self in all. See the self in all, and all in self. Lord Krishna says, see the self in all and all in self. See me in all and see all in me. Thank you. Thank you.